This is the all-new Bajaj Freedom, the world's first CNG-powered production motorcycle. Built from the ground up, the Freedom is the first of the new league of commuter motorcycles and is Bajaj Auto's answer to address the growing concern of fuel cost in this price-sensitive market. We are sure you have a lot of questions with regards to the new Freedom, everything from the ride quality, the features and the ride experience. But more than that, it is to do with the all-new CNG system, the functioning, the refueling, the fueling cost and how it is to ride with it. And also with that, the safety aspect. Has Bajaj got the formula right with the new Freedom is what I aim to find out. But as always, before we get going, if you're new to our channel, do subscribe to us and hit that bell notification for the latest news, reviews and updates from the world of cars and bikes from Car and Bike. The Freedom doesn't look anything from Bajaj's current motorcycle lineup. In fact, it has quite a likable design that looks cohesive and complements the overall design. You get an all-LED headlamp and tail lamp, compact petrol tank with contrast tank shrouds, covered forks, a long one-piece seat, cast grab rail, belly pan, tire hugger and a stubby exhaust. The dual-tone color scheme with graphics and silver accents on some body panels and the exposed rear subframe all contribute to making the Freedom come across as a premium and appealing motorcycle for its segment. And for those who aren't aware, it will easily pass as a conventional petrol-powered motorcycle. The petrol and CNG refilling is located under the flap on top of the fuel tank, which also has been designed well. The switchgear quality is good, the mirrors look nice, the two mounting loops on either side of the seat are a thoughtful move to mount and secure luggage, deeply grooved foot pegs, a compact yet well-designed engine crash guard, and split-type 5-spoke alloy wheels. For instrumentation, you get an all-digital inverter display that packs all the necessary information including an odometer with 2 trip meters, a speedometer, a gear position indicator and a clock. The unit is also Bluetooth enabled, allowing the user to receive calls and message alerts. While petrol mode doesn't feature a gauge for the quantity of fuel except for a low fuel indicator, CNG mode comes with a gauge with an instant fuel economy indicator. Astride the Bajaj Freedom, you are welcomed by a very comfortable and neutral riding stance. You get a one-piece handlebar, center set foot pegs and an accessible seat height that is set at 825 mm. The long seat offers lots of room for the rider as well as pillion along with some luggage. Overall, the build quality, the features and the fit finish of materials is really good for a motorcycle belonging to this segment. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Freedom's design, its features and the highlight that stood out the best for you. The Bajaj Freedom is built around a steel trellis frame with the engine as a stretched member. The 2 kg CNG tank is located within the trellis frame, safeguarding it from any external impacts. Held by brackets, it can be removed for maintenance by undoing the 2 bolts at the back of the grab rail to open the tail section and the cylinder can be slid out. The tank also features an analog gauge for the pressure inside the tank and a safety valve to stop the flow of CNG if required. In addition to all the precautions taken for the CNG tank's construction, mounting and safety, Bajaj has also conducted a total of 11 safety and crash tests that include a head-on collision with a test vehicle and driving a truck over the motorcycle. Being a CNG-powered motorcycle, Bajaj designed a completely new engine from the ground up with a sloper-style construction that not only addresses the space constraints due to the CNG tank but also helps in achieving a more efficient motor. With a displacement of 125cc, the engine is designed to deliver a max power output of 9.4 bhp at 8000 rpm and 9.7 Nm of peak torque at 5000 rpm on both CNG and petrol. The motor comes with a 5-speed gearbox with a heel and toe shifter that is mostly slick but is a bit dodgy when shifting from 4th to 5th. The engine has larger fins than the usual size for even better heat dissipation to keep up with the higher operating temperatures with CNG. The oil jets at the bottom side of the piston are also larger to ensure ample lubrication is available to all moving parts all the time. You can shift between fuels on the fly and only need to blip the throttle for the shift to happen from petrol to CNG or vice versa. The motor is designed to be cranked up and run in CNG all the time, while it does switch to petrol on stipulated short intervals to keep the motor's health in optimum condition. In terms of performance, the motor packs enough grunt to keep pace with traffic in city as well as out on the highway. There is obviously a slight dip in power in CNG mode due to its lower calorific value compared to petrol, and while it is noticeable during accelerating or going upward gradients, it isn't concerning at all. With the same throttle input, the speed drops by 5 to 10 kmph depending on the load, which is expected and can be overcome by downshifting to a lower gear. In terms of top speed achieved, in CNG it manages to clock 95 kmph, while in petrol the Freedom can do triple digits at 105 kmph. Notably, during these tests, there were hardly any vibrations that crept in at the handlebar, pegs or seat, which is fantastic for a motorcycle of this segment.
For the ride experience, Bajaj has done a commendable job with the chassis and suspension setup. The Freedom does a good job of ironing out imperfections and road undulations, leaving you with a pliant and enjoyable ride. You get a link type monoshock, a first from Bajaj that has been located here at the bottom, which opens up space for the CNG tank and has been set up well on the damping front. As far as the brakes are concerned, this one being the top spec variant comes with a disc drum setup and has a good bite and progression, and it does a good job of shedding speed. Also, this motorcycle comes equipped with Eurogrip tires, which offer lots of grip even in this wet weather conditions.
Now, coming to the main aspect is the fuel economy, which is also the very reason why this motorcycle exists. During our fuel runs, we tested the Freedom mainly in city conditions, riding it on main roads, lanes and intercity expressways, to riding it in peak traffic hours and also in the rain. Maintaining speed in the range of 30 to 50 kmph, which is the ideal speed for a commuter motorcycle, the Freedom managed to deliver a CNG mileage of 98 km per kg. Meanwhile, in petrol, it returned a fuel efficiency figure of 62 kmpl, which, when combined and multiplied with the individual fuel carrying capacities, sums up to a total range of 321 km. Factoring in the cost of CNG per kg, depending on the city, there is indeed a good benefit in the running costs. Unlike electric vehicles, which are solely dependent on charging for recharging the battery, on the Freedom, even if you do run out of CNG or have no access to a CNG filling station, you can always continue with your journey on petrol, which is a massive plus point in its favor. The Bajaj Freedom is available in 3 variants with prices starting from Rs 95,000 for the base model, which goes up to 1.10 lakh for the top spec model featured here. At this price, for the tech and everything else that is offered in this package, it is undoubtedly fantastic pricing from the Chakan based manufacturer.
After spending 4 days and clocking more than 300 kilometers on the all-new Freedom, I can surely say that Bajaj has hit the spot with this one. For a 125cc bike that runs on CNG as well as petrol, packing a likable design, good riding ergonomics and dynamics, all at a price that is slightly above the other 125cc offerings in the market, this is definitely huge in my opinion. Do let us know in the comments what you liked or disliked about the new Bajaj Freedom, and also do let us know which motorcycle you will want us to compare it with. That's all for now. Hope you have liked this video, and if you have, do give it a like and do share it with your friends and your loved ones. I'm Janak Saurabh and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching Car and Bike.